Hello, folks in YouTube. Welcome back. Northstar here with Joe. Another Age of Wonders 3 multiplayer. Let's play. You can say hi if you want. I don't.
Hello.
Sometimes the audience says hi back in the comments. At least it happened once. Probably
Yeah.
not happen again. Well, maybe it'll happen again because I'm mentioning it this time. I don't
That's
get
true.
that many comments. I'm lucky to get one comment on most of my videos. So like, comment, subscribe if you're watching it, I guess. Helps the algorithm, and that helps me to maybe get this channel where I can make money and survive. Um, I was looking at this. I took the opportunity to very quickly hit the bathroom while the computer restarted. I was looking at this spider between like the screen and the window, and it's got a huge abdomen. It's clearly like about to lay a bunch of eggs in there.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out for a while if it's like a brown recluse or just another random brown spider. I mean, it's sitting there right out there in the sunlight, but you know,
Yeah.
between a screen and a window, so maybe it's a recluse. I hope not. But I'm going to try and if I tried to squish or something, these things can move fast. I don't want to get
Yeah.
bit either, but I probably should
I
just
hate spiders.
not fun. But this thing is huge. It made me think of. Have you ever played Dwarf Fortress, Joe?
No, but I've heard about it.
Oh, you should play this sometime. It's free, the ASCI version, which is the classic, and there's tile sets. The Steam has basically
Oh
its
yeah.
own version, which is a little bit ahead of the ASCI now. I
Yeah.
think it gets updates first, or maybe it's the other way around. And it is
Everything is messing it up.
it has its own like Steam tile set, which is a little bit better than the user made ones, but it's essentially the same thing. There's a
Yeah.
few graphical glitches with the user made ones, like missing tiles for certain things. But the reason the spider made me think of it is because a lot of times if you start in like a wilds area, you can get giant thrips. They're a very common wild hostile wildlife type, and I never knew
Yeah.
what a thrips was. So I'm like, what's a thrips? Is it like a bird? And I think I watched YouTube one of these things that have a bird. No, I looked it up. A thrips is a tick. So it's
Oh.
a giant tick, which a spider kind of remind me of with its huge abdomen
Sounds
right now.
fun.
Yeah, so it gives whole new meaning to the fact the thing likes to use bite attacks. I'm like, oh, it's a giant tick like the size of a horse or something trying to like
Jeez.
suck the blood of your dwarves. It actually dies really easy. Its
Yeah.
attacks don't it has like no ability to penetrate armor. And Dwarf
Ah.
Fortress being kind of janky, you can well, this isn't that unrealistic. You can layer like 12 layers of. What's janky is that you can afford like 12 layers of silk cloth and make like a kind of impromptu armor. Historically,
Jeez.
in the Middle Ages, people would wear like 12 like wool shirts to create like padded armor, basically.
Yeah.
And it was actually almost as effective as metal armor. People diss padded armor, but it was actually very, very effective against like spear thrusts and swords that weren't like against the weapons of the time. It worked very well.
Yeah.
Um, but silk is much stronger, like has a higher tensile strength than wool. It's just was super expensive, but your dwarves can be ridiculously rich, and silk is the best material for the best clothing material for like defensive value. And it weighs a little less on top of that, so you can potentially create like silk padded armor for your dwarves, and I don't even think it can get through that. And that can actually
Yeah.
deflect weapons. Like clothing has a chance to deflect weapons, and so if they're wearing like 12 shirts, it has a especially high chance. Um, People diss that and say it's janky or it's cheating, but it's actually historically accurate to layer clothing like that as a kind of padded armor. You can also do proper metal armor too, of course, and you can even put it over the padded armor. Although you can't layer the padded as thick then. Um,
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, so giant ticks and padded silk armor, the janky things of Dwarf Fortress. Uh, yeah, I got a pretty strong stack here I can use to help you deal. Shoot, I can get next to the brigand, but I can't attack it. I need a unit with more movement points. The army can get there, it just can't actually attack. That's a problem. Even with their bear. Oh, I can. Nope, I'm wrong. There's a way around that. I need the builder to build a road ahead of the army. How close are they gonna? How many movement do I need to save? They have barons running. That's fertile plains. That's 4, 3, so it's 7, 10. How do they not have the movement? Oh, because it's mountains. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 15, 19. So I need to save them 5 moves. Shoot. God, why do they have to stand on mountains? Hmm. Well, Joe, the good news is that I can send reinforcements. The bad news is that they can't attack. So the best they can do is box the brigands in and make it so that if they want,
Oh,
they
right.
could get as far as the magma forge. Uh, the brigands. My army can't get that far unless I construct a road ahead of the army and probably have to destroy some of the forest. Uh, Lovely.
Hopefully they don't move too far then.
Hmm. Hmm. If I dealt with this draconian stack with my army, they might be able to get slightly further. Let's see, that would be 9 moves. This would. Well, they could just go around. It's the same either way. 12, 15, 18. Yeah, the most they can get there is with 10 moves, which isn't enough to move into mountains. Um, Lovely. Hmm. I don't know. Do I have any other? Frick. Nope. Sorry, Joe. These brigands. I mean, the camp was already upsetting your city. It's causing the enemy domain, and it doesn't stack. Uh, I might be able to get an army. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. If I cleared 3 of the forest tiles, I would at least be able to get an army to block them moving onto the magma forge, maybe. However, that would reduce the amount of light terrain for Eleanor. Probably not worth it. Worst case, they move on to magma forge and you find them there. You can't reach the city itself, and they might just bugger off or decide to attack if cornered. So those are other possibilities. Um, right. Okay, well, there's that hero. Um, I moved my prospectors next to the goblin hero. Uh, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved my prospectors next to the goblin hero there. Um, oh yeah, by the way, light dislight terrain. I'm looking. Your hero is standing in underground in a forest, and she's not getting a unit as a light terrain bonus. Uh, so it doesn't appear to. It appears dislike cancels the fact that it's light terrain, at least for units. Maybe for cities, I don't know. But regardless, if
Uh,
if it lets me wait a turn, then on your turn we could attack the hero, I suppose.
oh, she's in fertile plains.
Oh, she's staying on fertile plains. She can actually move
Yeah.
into the shoot.
I can move her in next to. You wanted me to help with that goblin, right? I can move on to the fertile plains. Sorry, the dense vegetation
Yeah,
next
I
to
don't.
the
Yeah,
inf
that
and
I don't know if I have if I have a turn to do something, or if it'll be like, nope,
yeah.
you know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I might have been stupid to cast that last stand ability. I'm gonna get 10 more casting points next turn, but I think the turn you unlock it, you don't actually get it.
Oh
So that
yeah.
may have cost me, made me wait an extra turn for inspiration.
Oh.
Uh, I mean, I suppose I can just run basic seafaring for that one turn. Research. It's not a terrible thing to have. Apparently, you need basic seafaring to construct bridges. So even though I don't, would have sworn I built a bridge, not without it, but game seems to think you need basic seafaring to build bridges.
Hmm. Well, I guess doesn't. Yeah, because doesn't the worker need to be able to cross the water?
I would have sworn that I was able to do it before without.
Hmm. I don't know.
Cannot build a road to target location. Oh, no, I do need basic seafaring to build bridges. I guess these bridges were all pre-existing. I forget if you can destroy. I think you can destroy bridges. By the way, it's worth noting. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember being able to dismantle them like a fort. So if you have a unit on standing on a bridge, you might be able to. It's worth. Well, anyways, question is if I have any bridges I actually want to build. Not really, but yeah, but it may be useful eventually. Yeah, if I wanted to build like a little city nestled in the top corner of the map, northeast of my capital, like along that river, a little tiger outpost squeezed in there. I might want a bridge to it. Oh no, I can't with the mountains in the way, darn it. Oh well. Eh. I'm looking at see if there's anywhere I need a bridge where I don't have one. Oh, there is one place between Erse 4 and Fairfields if I wanted a more direct line. That's about it. Hmm. Oh well. Might enable me to build harbors eventually, though. Basic seafaring, which, you know, sea and to go up and down the rivers. I shouldn't discount any of that. Um, got one city can build boats. Exactly one. Da, da, da. Could build another fort. These ancient ruins. Selected not now. Well, that might have bought me a turn. I'll find out. Maybe the goblin disappears. I thought that would just close the prompt for the moment. Maybe she'll ask me again next turn. Maybe she'll go away. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
Indeed. Um, all right. Well, there's one way I might be able to help you clear those goblins. Exactly one. And that's if I fight in this inn and I get mercenaries and I get a mercenary unit that's able to, like a cavalry unit, that's able to make it to those goblins the same turn I recruit it. Um, that would probably do it. So, here goes nothing, I guess. I maybe don't want the builder here. Um, hmm. Uh, it's an epic tomb. Part of me wants to circle around and get that tomb, but I guess your brigands are greater concern right now. Sorry, I'm like thinking here. Uh, right. Sorry. Always figuring out what to do with the builders can be Well, it's not usually this bad, but I'm like indecisive. I guess I'll backtrack, get one tile though, and get out of this fight. All right, Joe, how did you try and recruit units that an MB4?
I don't really remember.
Oh,
I think I clicked on the inn itself.
hmm. Well, there's that dragon ancestry
I'll have to
ability.
take a
I
look.
hate that ability. It's nasty. I mean, I hate going against it anyways. Um, yeah, once per battle, Coney Elder can give dragon ancestry. Gives high morale, fire protection, and fire strike on target friendly draconian unit till end of battle. Uh, fire strike deals an additional +5 damage with all attacks. And the thing's got next to morale level.
See,
Yeah, it's not fun. You can later, yeah, get other stuff, but um, there are hardly any draconians on this map. I've yet to encounter a draconian city. Just ones in areas like this. Still, they're about to find out why I don't mess with Tyrants in melee. Yep. So the Tyrants have guard breaker. So even though they move forward and guarded, they're no longer in guard mode. Now I can flank them, which is nice. Uh, see, it didn't quite level up. Well, this is elite veteran trooper. Hmm. Oh, and realize there's a medal at the top of like if you look above the hit points and movement, you get a mouse over it tells you what the ranks do, so you don't have to open the unit card. That's something I never noticed. It was always there, but
yeah.
yep,
Hmm.
it was always there. Well, I guess I'll have Elite try and finish this thing off, or yeah, no point in risking. I was hoping I wouldn't need to use the shutter on this one, but whatever. That was dumb of them. Generally speaking, you don't want to take flanking attacks from Tyrants because they are predators.
Yeah.
They love this shit. uh, oh, dead. And now I have another elite Sun Guard. Thank you very much. I love the mobility of Tyrants. I mean, seriously, it's almost like using cavalry sometimes.
Yeah. How much more can they move than most units?
Uh, they have 28 movement, so they can move and athletics, which gives them
Oh, right.
reduces. Yeah, they can move 5 tiles instead of the usual 4 for melee units. So it's an extra 25% further. Uh, and dead.
Sweet.
I didn't do that perfectly efficiently. I could have used the Sun Guard to avoid one of the elites taking quite so much health damage, but victory is victory. Ah, so if I double click, I have a choice of units. I need something that's got the mobility to attack there. And what do you know? A tiger and cheetah? That's got the mobility needed, I think. Three, three, three,
Oh, you
three,
can buy
three.
a. You can hire a unit there.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. That works really well.
Looks like the only unit that has mobility is the cheetah. I don't think the Ice Queen does, unless it has Barons running. Nope. Arctic walking. Cool. So I hired a cheetah. Cost me 100 gold. It's definitely not a low price for a unit that normally costs 40 gold, but if it gets this fight done earlier, I suppose that's probably worth it.
Plus, you didn't have to spend any production.
I mean, that's a little bit nice, but it's not worth that. Plus, I'd normally train him at higher rank than this.
Oh, that's true.
All right. Oh well. Um, yep, I'm just looking at places where lots of stuff can be crammed in. Uh, there is a spot where I can build a fort just southeast of this tomb here. Just explain to you if you're looking where I am, where my builder is, Joe, and also the people on YouTube. And then where that watchtower is becomes eligible for another fort. You just need 4 tiles between fort locations. Oh, no, there's a spot southeast of the watchtower. I won't destroy it either. The watchtower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Yeah, I can even get it done this turn. And build a road to it. Because it's not over barren terrain. The Fortress of
Yeah.
Air. It's literally called ER.
You can see its name already. Oh,
Yeah. When I
right,
chose to build it, I got presented with a
right. I
choice
see
of
yours
naming
there.
it.
Yeah.
You can also rename stuff later, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, and the forts there, they're close enough to support each other if need be. But yeah, I wanted to squeeze in a fort where it wouldn't block another one from being near that watchtower. There's just barely room for another one later if you want to put a fort there someday, and then put a dwarven city, I guess. It's temperate mountains there. Or a Tigran city, because, Tigran cities produce more stuff, more money. Or I could put a Tigran city there. Um,
Where you're building your fort,
no,
or
just southeast of the watchtower. Can fit another
oh, there.
fort
Yeah.
there. So I could do 3 different outposts
I see.
here, another 2 here. I'll actually get the Kins Everywhere achievement from this, and the Monoculture Empire Quest.
Yeah.
Each sees the same race. So I have 2. I'll have 2 more there. Do 3. That'll get me up to 7. And then either when I eventually annex Tungal, or there's plenty of other places to fit another fort. Oh yeah, that one northwest your capital. There's already a fort there, and it's a great place for a Tyrant one. Although it will start growing and blocking other sites. I've been trying to fit in lots of forts so they can't crowd each other out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, there's a little valley northeast of where I put this fort, where I could fit another fort before Hantui gets so big that it blocks it. In the tropical valley near dense vegetation. Hmm. Oh, fine places, I suppose. Uh, it's actually a spot right by the mouth of this bridge. Could put a city there instead of putting it on one of the existing forts. Uh, wouldn't have walls, but yeah, I'll figure out places for send the settlers. Or I could send you don't have any Tigrans, Joe. I could send you or it'd be a place that doesn't need terraforming. Oh yeah. Remember how I talked about that bit of barrens on the edge of the Arctic?
Yeah.
Yeah, if your builder first could build a fort by the gold mines and then could work its way up to that barren spot, I could send a settler there right away and you could give me control of the fort and I could build an outpost there. Um,
Yeah.
start raking in some money. Meanwhile, you could build a couple settlers at your capital and get those two sites um, at the edge of its domain. But yeah, we probably at this point need to start building cities, or at least Tigran ones that are particularly cost effective to start bringing more gold and mana from actual population instead of treasure sites because we're starting to run out of stuff to, conquer.
Yeah.
Um, couple berserkers and a spearman. Hmm. I guess I can try and conquer them. A destruction node, but it probably has some nasty. Uh, maybe better if I keep exploring, actually. Oh, to the hasteberries. And onward. Oh, Heart of the Tropics. This removes all tropical terrain penalties in your empire if you control it. On the west side of the
Where is
map,
it?
southwest of Raleigh, there's a Heart of the Tropics. So if
Oh.
you control that, you could, for instance, stick elven cities in the tropics and they wouldn't care, or dwarves.
Huh.
Uh, Interesting. It's guarded by a Naga Guardian, carrion bird, fell horse, and tiger. Definitely not capable of taking down the garrison, but interesting. Uh, I don't know. I keep exploring with this hero. She's an elven necromancer. It's kind of a weird combination to say the least. River Cadavers is in rough shape. Never, never know what you'll find along a road. Hmm, nothing much that way. All right. Well, um, let's see. You still got to clear those Frostlings out, right? They're at war with you, and put that army there to keep them in that southwest area. Joe,
Yeah.
I said, you still have that quest to kill those Frostlings,
Yep.
right? And you put an army there to limit their movement.
Can you get anywhere near him to reinforce next turn?
With some of the units, yeah. Although they would move again before, so it wouldn't do any good,
Oh,
really.
would they?
Yeah, they would get a movement before your next turn.
Can you block them in?
A tiny bit. I can ensure that they move southwest. Uh,
not enough movement to cross the mountains.
I mean, I can get on the mountains, but like I said, I
Uh,
can't really guarantee anything about where they go. Um, they're just best I can do is gather my army, and honestly, how many turns do you have on that quest? If you click the quest thing,
um, 3.
three, yeah.
Yep.
If you wait a couple turns, the Shrine to the Frozen Beauty will recharge. So there's that. That'll help you a little. Gives your units Frost Aura. Although aren't Frostlings partially protect against frost, so be more useful for mine, I suppose. Maybe. Ah, 3 longbowmen and an initiate on another inn. But yeah, you may be able to check the inn that's in your borders. If you double click on it, you'll get a menu on the left of units to recruit. That's how I did the one to help you with those brigands, which we haven't fought yet, actually, have we? So I should get around to that. Just doing some of the map scouting first. Cool. Oh, there's some flotsam over here.
Sweet.
Yeah, you may be able to send some units over and collect that. I don't have seafaring yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're wondering if I could try and block him in before.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, pretty close.
oh shoot, I could have gone into the forest before and it would have been fine. Oh well, didn't explore quite as much. I'm making all these tiny mistakes today, but whatever. As long
Oh
as
hey,
we're
look
winning,
at
why
that.
does it matter? I'm too much of a perfectionist. Yeah, and I can get the other army around there. I can pass over the Shrine of the Frozen Beauty, I guess, before it recharges. That's not terrible. Um,
Can your leader not move onto that mountain tile?
I mean that there's 3 mountain tiles it can move through, so
The one adjacent to
I mean
the
there's 3 mountain tiles adjacent to the stack that could join in the fight.
yeah.
I suppose I might be able to
That would
surround
be the
it.
cheapest in terms of movement, though, is the one to the top left.
Um, I can get units in all of them, I think, actually, but they'd be
Oh,
super split up. And if they tried to, well, they're not at war
oh,
with me yet, are they?
that's true.
They're
I don't think
not.
so.
Might just be best for me to attack them if it'll let me.
This turn. Yeah, as
Yeah.
long if you have the movement too. I
I
mean, I think I don't know if I don't. It's not that big a deal if it messes with the quest, I guess.
I don't know if it will. I can save and we can find out.
Yeah,
I mean, well, even it's not the end of the world if not, but if it messes with stuff. But yeah, probably best if it didn't.
yeah. It's only a bit of gold.
Looks like I can get a tiger here. Another tiger. All these tigers surrounding them. um, these guys can't get in range at all. Uh, if I cut off their avenues of retreat, though, then it would give me time to mass even more troops and for my mana to recharge. I could make it so they can't move through my stacks, I'm pretty sure. So, and then you could attack on your turn. Um, the
Yeah.
problem with that is if the independents attack me because they're getting annoyed with my being in their domain,
Hmm.
at some point they're gonna declare war
Do
on
you know
me.
where the units are?
They're all hidden because they're
Oh,
frostlings. But
right.
yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Shit.
Um, the problem is the units on the left side that they would attack would only be able to be reinforced by like one, so I'd get like a cheetah and a tiger that would probably both end up dead.
Yeah.
um, hmm. Could just
So how come ice scapers don't get Arctic concealment? Just because they're irregulars?
uh yeah, probably. Regulars are just not very good. I'll keep. I've got a pretty large stack. It's fine. The worst they could do is kill a tiger, which is more dependable, more disposable. If they attack this tiger, and then I might lose my elite cheetah. Um, all the tiger units are named after big cats. I mean, when I say tiger, though, I mean literal tigers. So that
Yeah.
they're not just named after; they are. Cool. Uh, oh, these guys can get here. Then I'll be good. Then there's nothing that could be attacked that's by the independents that'd be a problem.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Um,
No, they got nowhere to go. Well,
now
besides
the
that mountain tile, I
so
guess.
that one mountain tile, but I can cut them off there too.
You could put your
Um,
chariots there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could move the chariots.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't particularly. I mean, the chariots very often get attacked anyways, like in ways I don't like. There is defense command on my hero, melee and defense. Uh,
Right.
Again,
That's true.
both veteran. This
You
one's
could just
gonna
attack them.
level up. Um, I mean, I could, but hitting him with maximal force never hurt. uh, and I'm semi-confident it might cause the quest to bore. I don't think you'll get the failed quest penalties, but uh, reasonable chance it causes it to like fail. There we go. I'll put one of the chariots there, the one that's close to leveling up, because it always has to throw a sun spear to level up. And the other one that more likely has to do melee can stay with the leader where it gets the extra attack, melee attack and defense. Um, hmm. I wonder what happens if a unit is on like a Flowers of Solace and recharges. Do they get Solace then, or do they have to move off and then on? I guess it wouldn't hurt to find out.
Hmm.
Um,
I figure they would probably just get it right away.
who knows? On one hand, experiment. You best to learn something new, right? Knowledge is worth something, even if this ends up screwing up the next turn a little bit. So yeah, I've got these 3 units, none of whom like Arctic terrain, waiting for the Flowers of Solace to regrow. Um,
Okay.
Other than that, these guys are surrounded. They won't be able to cause you any issues. Now I was looking
Cool.
down. I, I've got my hero who is currently underground selected. He could, by the way, join in this fight to come. Could, but I was gonna dig some stuff out instead and have him come to the aid of your city in case the Archons attack. I figure there's already overwhelming forces surrounding that Frostling group,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
more than enough to conquer the city as well.
Hmm.
Maybe if I had recruited that, digger, maybe. Uh, I'd rather make enemies with the goblins though. Really, you can only
I'll
go
be
that.
right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Oh, all right. Just gonna have them start digging towards. Got 4 gold for digging that one tile. Cool. He's using his heavy mana drill to come connect the tunnels. Folks on YouTube, I'm gonna pause this. See you in a sec. Or actually, I'm gonna cut this because 54 minutes. I know, not too much excitement. But there's about to be a surface battle. Uh, there we go. Head of the turn. I'll save it. All right. Well, YouTubers, I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Till next time, adieu.